Greetings, Suburbanites, Billy12510, back with more Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses! Yeah, I'm not getting any more used to saying that than I was 5 minutes ago. Last time, we were warped to 15th century England, with the goal to rescue 15th century England from falling under Yorkist rule for the powers of rock and roll. Hey. Do you really care about the story of this game, like I said? So here's what the Lancastrian campaign does. And I like it more than the Yorkist campaign because it does do it in this one. You get basically choice to go whichever way you want. Wow. So you can fight Weevil Underwood here in Chester, or in Tweakesbury, you can fight Rex Raptor. Now you're probably thinking, I should probably go after Underwood because he has a lower deck cost than Raptor does. By a considerable amount. That's... Well, what? You expect me to say that's a bad idea? I can't, really. But let's just fight Weevil anyway. So you're a legendary Rose Duelist. Prepare the face to sting on my insect deck. So yeah, much like in the anime, he uses it mostly insect deck. With a few oddities. So get ready to hear that sweet Lancastrian battle theme. This theme is so good. So now I have so much to talk about. Let's start with basic gameplay. On the left, you see the Lancastrian Duelist's stats, and on the right, you see the Yorkist, or the Yorkist stats. The Yorkist is controlled by the AI in this case. If you're doing the Yorkist campaign, it would be you on that side. You can tell by which side has player on it. So I'm the red, or the Lancastrian. LP is how many life points I have. If it goes down to 0, I lose. Or if both of ours go down to 0 at the same time, it's a draw. That counter in the middle is 99 turns. If the battle lasts 99 turns, for whatever reason, and a winner is not declared by normal means, whoever has the most life points at the end will win. Other than that, there are a few other different methods of winning that I'll explain in a bit. For now, the other things. The star shows how many summon points I have, which are used for summoning monsters. You start the battle with 4 and you gain 3 stars every turn. That number 40 shows how many cards are left in my deck. The yellow and orange cards show how many monsters I have in play. You can have up to 5 at a time. And the green and pink are spell and trap cards. You can also have only up to 5 at a time there. This is my deck leader, the Illusory Gentleman. You can highlight over him, and by doing so, you can hit the X button, and you can move him in any of these yellow spots. The spot you move to is important, because every space in the game has a certain terrain. Most of the spaces in here are forest. They give bonuses to beasts, beast warriors, plants, and insects. And pyro monsters. Most of Weevil's deck consists of insects with a few plants scattered here and there. But mostly insects. I forget what's weakened in forests. I do know that I really should get the instruction book. It would tell me everything I need to know. So give me just one incredibly quick second. Luckily I have the case just like sitting on my desk over there. And it's gonna be so convenient. It's like I'm right about the who gets bonuses because the monster type gets bonuses depending on the terrain they're in or penalties. Fiends are weakened by forests, but only fiends. And other than that, they're free wasteland spots. Wastelands are favorable to zombies, dinosaurs, machines, and rocks. And they're unfavorable to plants, fish, sea serpents, and aqua monsters. Other than that, there's nothing really too spectacular. Most of this field is set to Weevil's advantage. And ergo, my disadvantage. Well, not necessarily a disadvantage because I've got mostly spellcasters, but I have a few fiends here and there. A couple of fairies too. Magic Jammer. Slow to trouble triggers when an opponent's magic or ritual card is activated. That's actually kind of useful. So you hit the square button, you can summon a card in any of these blue squares. So if I were to move... Oh, and I'm like right at the edge of the battlefield. The battlefield takes place in a 7x7 grid. So if I moved up, I would have up to 8 summon spots as well. This is also one of the methods of winning as well. Because the deck master can move on any of these spots, and if one of your cards is there, that card will be destroyed. But you can't destroy an opponent's card this way. So if you fill all of your opponent's summon areas with your own cards, doesn't matter what they are, be it monsters or spells or what have you, your opponent will lose. It gets annoying, especially if you put into a corner where there are only 3 spots you can summon in. This only gives you 5, and there are certain terrain spaces that you can't summon into, but they aren't available on this map. Okay, this is mostly going to be tutorial stuff. Here's my opponent's deck master, the basic insect card. I don't know how you got it to be first lieutenant, but more power to you, Weevil. Down here shows leader abilities. If a card is a high enough rank, it would gain abilities. And these things range from powering up same type monsters to weakening certain enemy type monsters to permanently spellbinding certain enemy monsters to turning enemy cards face up, giving it boosted movement, all sorts of things. And the higher in rank, the more effect it gets. Don't expect to climb too high in the rankings in this game. So, what can I do here? Well, that star you see there shows basically the worth of the card, or how many summon stars the card is worth. So say Ancient Brain has summon rating of 3. That will be drained from my total amount of stars in the top left on my side of the screen if I chose to summon it. So if I summon, say, Ancient Elf right now, I would lose all my stars. And I could do that. Magic Trap cards have no summon cost. So if you have one available, it's pretty worth it to just summon it on the first turn if you can. I was really hoping for Yami so I could get rid of some of this forest. Because my cards, for the most part, thrive in darkness. Because all begins in darkness and so shall it end. You really don't want to deal with Weevil's forces head on. Although, for the most part... Okay. Thinking of what I should do. I know I shouldn't just let him keep advancing this card. It's probably a monster. You can't see your opponent's hand. And we can see how many cards they have left. And the only way to see what that card is would mean I'd have to turn it face up, and I don't know. And I can't do that on this turn. I think I should summon something and then move. Like, card in question is probably not very powerful, yet at the same time. Key Mace's effect makes all cards shift to defense position when it's flipped face up. So, if I put it here, I would basically get a free turn out of it and see what that card is, so I can plan accordingly. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I'm afraid I'm gonna get wrecked already. Oh no! Giant Flea. Giant Flea's pretty good. Especially considering. My only plan is to hopefully draw it onto that wasteland and hope the AI will bite. It's not a good idea. Why didn't I move you? It's like, couldn't be something too strong. Giant Flea! Pretty powerful, especially in all this forest that surrounds us. So here's what happens when two monster cards clash. Get these cool 3D cinematic battles that are kind of flashy for the most part and pretty cool. I mean, look at this. Or don't look at it, because Dazzle apparently didn't like it very much. And also, if your card was on the attack and it won, it has those bizarre victory animations that you don't get if you're the defender. You turn out to be stronger than your adversary. See, what I think Weevil's going to do... That's not going to help at all. Could it work? Okay. So one thing you can do in this game, and I don't think this is going to work, mind you, but you can hit up on the D-pad around a couple of different monsters, and you can combine them. It's basically a fusion process. So think polymerization from the anime, except not polymerization at all. You can do it freely. The game in the tutorial of Simon, it doesn't tell you this. You need to go into the help menu to seek it out. But you can do this. And if certain cards are compatible, like those two weren't, they would form a fusion monster. But if they aren't, the first card is sent to the graveyard, and the second one is placed onto the field. I know exactly what it was I was trying to summon, but I couldn't get it to work. This is admittedly what a lot of this game boils down to. It's basically... It's pretty much, believe it or not, just luck of the draw. Whether or not you're completely scrubby or not scrubby. I love how a flea just completely destroyed a dragon. With a there's just like random laser beam. How is it flea capable of shooting laser beam anyway? I think that's slightly exaggerated. Robot flea. Like normally those two cards are exactly the same. They would have killed each other, but no. You see what help terrain is now. Oh, that would help if any of the spellcasters I had were dark. Which none of them are. What do you do again, Rogue Doll? Allows one-sided destruction of the opposition when battling zombie monsters. That'll come into play later on in this campaign, actually. So I don't think he'd be stupid enough to attack this, because he knows he would be in unfavorable terrain. Well, not unfavorable terrain. I don't think insects have a negative terrain. No, I think he's just gonna try and sneak around me. Oh no, he did it! Huh. Did not see that coming. I'm so glad that this worked the way it did. So now I can see Wasteland effect. So what the hell is that? It's supposed to be anyway. Doesn't matter. Apparently lightning blast will destroy you. Giant flea was silenced. I don't get any flashy victory animations though, because I wasn't the one that initiated the attack. So now I should talk about how Weevil's deck really operates. It's basically, for the most part, an insect deck. So expect a lot of insect cards and cards that boost the power of insects, like laser cannon armor. In fact, I can see what's in his graveyard, but right now it's just giant flea. So expect cards kind of like laser cannon armor, insect armor, laser cannon. Those are just a list of cards that can power up enemy or monster cards. Not included in that list are power up cards that affect all monsters. My hand is still the same. And the only way I'm changing this is by getting rid of some of the unnecessary chaff that's in this deck. Ancient Brain, Ancient Elf, thought I had something there. Apparently I didn't. Weevil's deck is full of trap cards as well. Nothing too overly powerful that you need to worry about, mind you. But they can be very annoying, especially his Infinite Dismissal, which will spellbind one of your monsters for free turns. It doesn't deduct any power from them, but not being able to use your best card, or one of your best cards for free turns, yeah, that could get annoying really fast. What he's basically trying to set up for there in that upper, well, for him, okay, for me it's his upper left, but for him it would be lower right. He's going to try and set up the perfectly ultimate Great Moth right here. And if he gets that up, I'm basically done for. Because it would have 4,000 attack power on this map, and for every turn he just keeps it in the fence position. Green Phantom King? What? Oh, right. I forgot I had this. Well, that would be useful if I were using the Fairy King Truesdale deck, which he does not come in, by the way. Magic Neutralizing Force Field. It's kind of useful, but not what I want. I need to be able to put on a counter-offensive. Because Lord knows, as soon as he gets the cards he needs, I'm done for. Because Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is in the fence mode, which I've had happen to me before. And used it before in this game. It's pretty viable. All of your cards lose 100 power every turn. Good luck getting to it while it's sitting over in that corner barricaded by everything. Oh, hey, look, I got a summon. Ooh, I got the Rose Spectre of Dawn. That's actually really good. It's the best card in the Fairy King Truesdale deck. And it's also one of the cards in Weevil's deck as well. So, yeah. I've got my counter-offensive right here. Oh, just barely. Quagger Hercules. Was not strong enough. Behold. These animations can kind of grade after a while, but I'll be sure to show off at least all the different battle terrains. I feel like I'm obligated to at this point, since I decided to LP this game. You know, just because I say I'm doing something doesn't make it easier. I got a couple zombies. Some zombies, as it were. I could take advantage of one of the free random wasteland spaces. Tut. I'll put you there. What can you even do? Dark energy, violet crystal, and paralyzing potion. A paralyzing potion is a terrible thing to have happen to you. Basically, it permanently spellbinds your monster if it's not a machine. Machine is the only type of monster in the game that's not affected by the paralyzing potion. I'm gonna assume that card will destroy me. That could be the only reason as to why it is approaching this direction. Nope. Let's see. No, it wasn't. Why were you moving it towards me then? The AI in this game does some questionable things. I am glad that this battle... Ow, I bit my tongue. I'm kind of glad that this battle is actually kind of taking a while. Because that's the thing, duel... I say battle, I mean, I should really say duel. Get into the spirit of Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't believe I just said that. Because duels in this game... They can take, like, no time at all, or they can be massive grind fests like this. Luckily for me, I seem to have gained the slightest of advantages. The only problem is making it past this gauntlet of cards that are no doubt filled with infinite dismissals. Ooh, red medicine. Gotta take every advantage I can get. Okay. Which card wants to die first? I'm gonna trigger infinite dismissal no matter what I do. Yep, there it is. Can't use this card for free turns now. I'm gonna guess this card is infinite dismissal. He has at least 2 of them. You can carry up to 3 cards of each type in your deck, not counting your deck leader. I would push this offensive as best as I can. I can't use Rose Spectre of Done for free turns now. It's over. Unless it's like magic neutralizing force field, in which case I'm fucked. Behold! Darkness! So darkness is a cool thing. It weakens fairies. It does weaken fairies. But in return, it powers up spellcasters, fiends, and zombies. Not sure why zombies get a boost in darkness. They don't in the actual card game, but here they do. So, I'm gonna push my advantage now. Now it's time for me to push the advantage. Spirit of the Mountain. Replace you. Oh, Doma, you did your job. You tanked. Sort of. It did its job. It got rid of the giant flea. If I hadn't gotten rid of that, I wouldn't have made it to use Yami. It is called Yami, right? Yeah, it is called Yami. And it summons darkness. Wait. Oh my god. It all makes sense. No, it doesn't. What am I talking about? I can go to town, Spirit of the Winds right now. And that. I think I'm gonna summon my friend Rogue Doll though. Just get it powered up for the inevitable duel later on in the Lancastrian campaign. Get it promoted. Not sure why I would get it promoted because it has no effect on it if it's just a card in your deck. Dude, Tesla Bolt! Or whatever that is. I don't care. It looked cool. I can't wait till I get me. I mean, the Musician King. That is my card, by the way. I recognize that sound effect from somewhere. Is that reused from Dungeon Dice Monsters? You know, I played that game. I have a right to know. Do I even have a Dark Spellcaster besides my actual Deckmaster? I'm not sure if I do. I'm gonna guess that that is a trap. That's the only reason why it's forward. It's not a trap. It's also not more powerful than I am. I'm getting rid of his good cards, but I'm not doing a lot of damage to him. That's the thing. I mean, you can be on top of everything, but it only takes like one card to turn everything around. And unfortunately for me, that's what's going to happen. Besides that perfectly ultimate great moth trick of his, the only other thing he has going for him is the Javelin Beetle ritual that he can pull from his deck. Which I think is more powerful than anything that I have that's not powered up. Oh, hey, look, it's Karibo, that card. I cannot use this card, can I? Well, I can. I'm sure I have a Dark Spellcaster somewhere. Like right there, for example. I'm saving it for the Musician King. I want to use Musician King. So, why don't I just get rid of you, Karibo? Can I use Rose Spectre of Done yet? Nope. But now I can. You're done for, Weevil. Gonna activate another trap card. Why are you moving cards into here? I assume this is a trap. It wasn't. What was it then? Forest. You could have used that, you know. I had Magic Jammer, so it wouldn't have worked. But he still could have used it. Like, there's nothing stopping him from trying to use it. That would have thrown a wrench into the plans. What was that card? Bear Trap. Okay, so this destroys monsters, but Rose Spectre of Done was too powerful. Or this trap was too weak. No, Rose Spectre was... It was too powerful, but only because of the terrain boost. If the monster's attack is 2,000 or below, it's destroyed. The best version of it is literally... let me think it. Here I am. Gotta get rid of a card, though, before I can become the true power. Behold, my true power shall now be unleashed. I shall unleash the full wrath of rock and roll in one turn. God damn, I love the Musician King. I love the animation of the Musician King. It's beautiful. The battle animation. I'm too scared to go into here, though. I'm afraid of a Quager Hercules or whatever that card was. The one that had 1900 attack. Because in the forest, that's more powerful than Musician King is. I think Weevil is fucked, though. I'm glad all the... I'm glad Rose Spectre of Dun is getting all the experience, because she can totally use all of it, because I totally have a copy of this in my deck. I might on my other memory card, but I doubt it. Let's pull a slight tactical retreat. What can we pull out? Sure. Hinotama. Boom, 100 damage. If I remembered the effect of the card. Just summons Rose Spectre of Dun. I'm sure this is a trap. Block attack. Yep, I knew that was a trap. Oh, dude. It is time. Are you prepared? Dude, look at this. This is just amazing. Dungeon Worm. What you gonna do? Can't do nothing, son. Can't do nothing, son. Are you prepared? I'm gonna turn up to 11 right now. Yes! He's not even moving. He's not even moving his left hand up and down the fretboard. Apparently the powers of rock and roll were too good for Dazzle. It couldn't handle it. I love everything in this moment. Everything is glorious. Why did I move out of the darkness and into the light? This is some twisted sense of light I have going on here, don't I? Oh shit. Tactical oversight. Oh well. I lost the sound. It's still recording though. So tactical oversight. It was number 4. You know you can use these cards, right? These cards can be used to basically cripple my army. You know, this has been going on long enough as it is, so I'm just gonna end it here. You're dead. I think you get more experience for your cards if they do attacks on your deck leader. That's basically a direct attack, and it's the most efficient way to lower your opponent's life points. But we win! Yay! So now, I still can't hear anything. We're in the graveyard slot machine. So basically, we can get most of the cards that end up in Weevil's graveyard. If you can line up 3 cards in a row, the same 3 card, you get a special card that you can only unlock through the graveyard slot machine. Done it a few times. And some of the cards are based on the cards that show up in the middle slot. You only get what's in the middle slot. So let's see what we get. Basic insect, so now I need to wait for, or try and get 2 more if I care enough. Nope, forest. And Gokibor. I just have random forest terrain card. Well, it's nice to have, I guess. No! I lost! This can't be happening! And you get a rose card. 1 down, 7 more to go. And you unlock 2 new duelists to fight. For beating Weevil, you get duels in Lancashire against Pegasus, who has a 1254 deck, cost deck, and Vandekeef and Totan. But next time, we're gonna fight in Tweakesbury, because there are more duels that we can unlock by doing that. So, I will see you for that. Bye, everybody.